Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends action figure of Falcon from Captain America Civil War. Before we get into all the details of the figure itself, like the paint and the articulation, I want to talk about the backpack that plugs into the back there. It's a big factor in this figure, and it comes with some really good little details to it. You can see the general sculpt of it. It's just like a basic kind of unpainted gray plastic, but this little section here is for folded up Redwing to be kind of plugged in, or you could take him out and have the full Redwing. So that's cool that you get both versions of him, and that you can just have him out and useful, or you can have him all folded up and plugged in to the actual backpack. And there's these holes here that the holes for the wings attach to, and we'll do that in a moment. But one bummer with my figure is that the wings came out of the package curved. Unless they're supposed to be curved, I don't think they should be. I mean, they can, because we do see in Civil War how much they can like articulate and bend, but I do wish mine were a little more flat, but whatever. There's a little nook right there and a little notch right there, so you could tell where the sections of the wings are supposed to kind of connect and fit into these little holes right there. And they plug in really easily, so that's nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach the folded up Redwing. And there we go. Looks pretty good. And then that plugs into these little holes in the back of his back. And there we get the full Falcon with the wings out. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good. One thing, before I get into all the specifics of the articulation, but one thing that I really dig is that the hinge at the base of the neck goes back a lot further than your standard figure. It goes all the way to the back of his neck, so you can pivot his head up quite a bit and get him into like a good flight pose. So that's an awesome, awesome detail. The rest of the articulation on this figure is pretty standard when it comes to Hasbro figures. You have like the ball joint at the top of the neck. You've got the ball hinged shoulders. You've got a bicep cut. Although the bicep cut does kind of ruin the overall design of the arm. Like there's just basic kind of musculature that this just kind of cuts right into. Oh well, it's got double elbow joints. It's got a swiveling and hinged wrist. This wrist goes inward, so does the left one. The hands are sculpted with trigger hands, but this figure doesn't come with guns, which is a bummer because Falcon is known for having his like double Uzis, and well, he doesn't come with them, so that's kind of a big loss for me. We got the hinge right there at the torso, the waist swivel, full range of motion at the legs with the mid-thigh cut, double knee joints, and the hinge swiveling ankles. One complaint is a lot of the joints on here are really tight. The ankle joints hinging forward and back are tight. The mid-thigh cut is tight. The biceps and the shoulders are tight. Even the head is kind of tight when it comes to like being able to tilt a bit. Sculpt on this is pretty strong. You can see all the details within his chest and pants, the textures, the pattern there, it's all there. It looks really simple though with like the plastic gray, but if you look at the movie, his kind of gray legs contrasted against the darker gray pants and the gray sections here with the red and silver, it's all pretty accurate. The little red underneath the shoulders there, everything's represented well. It just feels, I don't know, like it lacks detail, even though it's all there. I know it just reads really plasticky. But it is all there. There's the little silver and red sections on his wrists. His little wrist cuff areas look really good. Even the details on his gloves are really nice. Here's just a look at his back, and you just see some more details of his outfit. I do think the head sculpt is very nice. The paint for his kind of goatee and his goggles look really good. I think the likeness of Anthony Mackie is definitely there. The hair is well sculpted, well painted. It follows the lines nicely, so that's good. Overall, I think the paint on this, as far as the red sections and the silver, are all really well done. Here's a look just at his wings, at least a close-up look. I'll pull out a bit. It's always important to pull out, folks. The wings, red and silver sections are really well painted. including like the dark gray, almost reads like black. But yeah, the red is painted well. It follows the lines very nicely. The detailed little red paint on Redwing also really clean. I think Redwing looks great. Having this is a nice touch, at least as opposed to not having the guns. At least you get that accessory with Falcon. This Falcon looks rad. There's no denying that. Like, as a fan of Sam Wilson in the movie, this is great. I really like what Hasbro does with their Marvel Legends figures. They have a nice mix of good sculpt with good paint and playability. They feel fun for collectors, but also a kid could play with it. Having Redwing is a nice touch. I do wish it came with guns, but this does look pretty cool. Really good headlikeness. I'm happy with how this turned out. So thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. I forgot to put him in his like basic flight pose, so I might as well just, do that now with his arms up for a little post-credit stinger. There you go, and we'll bend his legs so they're in a more pointy flying position. There we go.